everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Divya. Today we are going to start a new lesson from our biology 10th class, that is respiration. So now we are going to discuss the part 1 of this lesson. So let's start the lesson. Respiration. This is our second lesson and the energy releasing system. So before going into the lesson, first let us know what is respiration. The respiration is simply the process of releasing energy from food. So here the respiration is simply the process of releasing energy from food. Okay. So as we know, nutrients come from the digestive food and these nutrients go to the cells and the cells release the energy. So the process of releasing energy from food is respiration. Okay. The process of releasing energy from food is called as respiration. So this respiration was derived from the Latin word respire, which means to breathe. To breathe refers to the chain of processes from the inhalation of air to the use of oxygen in the cells. This respiration was derived from the Latin word respire. Okay. This respire is a Latin word which means to breathe. Okay. People before 14th century used breathing word instead of respiration. So now we are using the word respiration, right? But people before the 14th century, they don't know the word respiration, but they use the word breathing. They use the word breathing. Okay, they used the word, and where breathing referred the involving of the gases and production of heat. This breathing they used, that breathing is referred to the involving of the gases and production of heat. Okay, scientists don't know about the life processes till 18th century when Priestley and Lavoisier together did so many experiments to know something about respiration. So so many scientists are there before, and scientists don't know about the life processes till 18th century. But Priestley and Lavoisier together did so many experiments to know something about respiration. So we know the experiments of Priestley and Lavoisier on nutrition also. We learned some experiments of Priestley and Lavoisier in nutrition lesson also, right? So now we are going to see some of the experiments of Lavoisier. Okay. On the respiration, to know something about the respiration. Lavoisier burnt charcoal powder which he kept on bell jar in water vessel. So Lavoisier burnt charcoal powder which is kept in bell jar in water vessel, and he observed that it is releasing fixed air. In this fixed air, simply carbon dioxide. They use the word fixed air before instead of the using of the CO2. Okay. So here this scientist burned the charcoal, he observed that the charcoal powder is releasing the CO2, the fixed air. So he did the same experiment for phosphorus also. He burned the phosphorus. So now let's see what happened after burning the phosphorus. He observed something helping phosphorus to burn, but that was not water or water vapor. That is air or component of air which is elastic in nature. So he observed that something helping phosphorus to burn, but that was not water or water vapor. That is air or component of air which is elastic in nature. Same gas we are using for respiration. This is the burning gas. The burning gas which is helping phosphorus to burn is the same gas we are using for our respiration also. Respirable gas which helps in burning. So here this something helping phosphorus, this component of air which is elastic in nature. This elastic in nature air, this is known as a respirable gas which helps in burning. Okay. He stated that the material which we breathe out is fixed air. When fixed air is in lime water, then water turns to milky white is different from the air we breathe in or burning gas. So he stated that the material which we breathe out is fixed air. It's nothing but the CO2. Simply the fixed air is CO2. So he stated the material which we breathe out, when the breathe out air is nothing but the fixed air, right? So fixed air, when this fixed air is in lime water, then that lime water turns into the milky white. This fixed air is different from the air we breathe in. Okay, the fixed air is different from the fixed air, the breathe out, the air which we breathe out is different from the air which we breathe in or burning gas. Okay, the air which we breathe is also known as the burning gas also. Okay, so the fixed air is different from the air we breathe in. He stated that. He concluded that the respirable air is mixing with blood and turning into red color. So this Lavoisier concluded that the respirable air is mixing with blood and turning into red color. But later he concluded, after many experiments, he told that no, this respirable air is not helping the blood to turn into red. There is in the presence of hemoglobin, the blood is turning into the red. So here he concluded first, he said that the respirable air is mixing with the blood and turning into the red color. But later he did so many experiments and told that blood is turning red due to the presence of hemoglobin. Okay. So now let's see what is vitiated air. Vitiated air is 1/6 of air, and to convert vitiated air to normal air, we add respirable air. So here vitiated air is the 1/6 of air, and this air, to convert this vitiated air to normal air, we should add respirable air. So the air we breathe is respirable air, and to convert this vitiated air to normal air, we should add respirable air. Not only that, we should remove the chalky acid gas. So this vitiated air contains some amount of chalky acid gas also. So this vitiated air, to convert the vitiated air into the normal air, first we should add the respirable air and remove the chalky acid gas. Chalky acid gas is simply the CO2. Okay, we should remove the CO2. Okay. So from this all, the scientists concluded that the respiration contains 2 steps, but he knew only 1 step. So here the respiration contains 2 steps. He is saying that, but he only know 1. In mid of 19th century, John Doppler wrote book named Human Physiology. So in 19th century, in the mid of 19th century, John Doppler, the scientist, wrote a book named Human Physiology. In that he wrote like this: the chief materials which a living being receives are matter that can be burnt, water and oxygen gas. And out of the action of these upon one another, all the physical phenomena of its life arise. What the body expels of is water, oxide of carbon, phosphorus, sulfur and others. Okay. So here he is saying that the chief materials which is living being receives are water and oxygen. Out of the action of this upon one another, all the physical phenomena of its life arise. What the body expels out is water. So here we are taking water and oxygen, and we are expelling the water and oxide of carbon, means carbon dioxide, phosphorus, sulfur and others, he said. So at the end of 19th century, he concluded that the materials which are required for respiration. So here he concluded that at the end of here, so here you can see here, in the mid of 19th century, John Doppler wrote a book. At the end of 19th century, all the scientists together worked and told that they find the required material for respiration. They find the materials, the required materials for the respiration, but they don't know the steps. How the respiration is going on in our body, they don't know the steps, but they told the required materials for that. And they don't know the relation between respiration and the heat energy. So they don't know the steps involved in the respiration, and also they don't know the relation between heat energy and respiration. So now in next video we are going to learn about this. Okay, the steps involved in the respiration. Okay, now in the next video we are going to discuss about the steps involved with steps in respiration. We are going to discuss about the steps in respiration. Okay, and the relation between heat energy and respiration. That's all for today, friends. Like and share this video. For more interesting videos, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to check it out the social media links. Let's meet in the next video.